Got my quantum gear. So, having bad technique on an exercise is a lot like taking a wrong turn with your car. Imagine that you are driving up a road and then it forks off, and both of the roads look like they're kind of going in the same direction. So you go right instead of left, and as you continue down that road, you realize that it starts hooking around and taking you further and further away from the direction that you actually want to go. Now, the further down the road you go, the longer it's going to take to backtrack and get onto the right road, in this case the left one, and get back on track. That's exactly what it's like when you have bad technique on an exercise. I know what all you real thinkers have in mind right now. If I find myself over here on the wrong path, can't I just bushwhack and take a little shortcut across to the actual road that I want? Well, the answer is no, you can't do that in real life. I have done this for almost a decade. I've worked with hundreds of people. There really are no shortcuts with this. What you have to do is backtrack all the way back to what you can do with perfect technique and then start moving forward again. Unfortunately. Now, what does this mean for you? That's the big question. Well, number one, if you're new to working out, it means that you really should hire a coach who can teach you how to do things properly, catch all the big mistakes that you're going to make so you stay on the right path. And if you do veer off a little bit, which is bound to happen sometimes, we're going to catch it really fast, bring it back so you can make true progress towards your real potential within health and fitness and avoid a lot of common overuse injuries that are going to happen if you spend too much time off the main path. Now, if you have been in the gym for a while, here's what it means for you. If there are exercises that you're just not really sure if you're doing right, could be not, you just don't know, get a coach, spend a couple sessions with them to review that stuff and dial in your technique. Just find someone who's good, and it really does not require a lot of sessions or necessarily a lot of money, if you think about it long term, to get you dialed in. If you've been training a lot and you know that you have a technique problem, you know that your squat looks a bit funny or your bench press isn't quite right, you know that you're kind of down over here, then address it. Again, get the help you need in terms of what you need to do, what weaknesses you need to address, what imbalances, flexibility, just relearning the movement, whatever it is, to backtrack over here so you can make true progress again, avoiding injury and getting to your real potential long term. Let me give you a quick example of how this actually works in real life. Let's say I am down here and I can back squat about 400 pounds. My technique looks pretty bad, but I can stand up with it and do the actual movement. Let's say when I'm over here, when my technique is perfect, I can only do 300 pounds. Well, what I need to do is actually start using loads that are much closer to 300 pounds in my training instead of 400 pounds. And yeah, my ego is going to take a kick in the nuts and it's going to kind of suck, and it's going to be a long process to build back up where I can do 400 pounds perfectly. But down here, where I'm pretty much at the end of the road with what that bad technique is going to allow, because your bad technique is never going to let you be as fit and strong and robust as good technique, I should be eventually able to surpass that over time and start hitting new personal bests with my body feeling good and everything doing what it's supposed to be doing. That's what you need to do. That's what backtracking really means. And again, it takes time. It is not that fun. But when you get your body working right, when you get that critical mass developed and everything is balanced and clicking, man, you're going to feel great and you are going to hit new personal bests. So if I can leave you with one thing, fix your bad movements, because they're going to bite you in the ass. You're only going to get further away from where you ultimately want to go. And again, just like taking a wrong turn on a road trip, the only way to fix it is to double back and get back on the right road before you go way veering off in the wrong direction.